Have you ever tried making your own bowl of squid noodle soup at home? Imagine soft, chewy noodles, crunchy squid, and a light, flavorful broth that tastes just like it's from a classic Mekong Delta kitchen. Well, today on Culinary Diary, I'm going to show you how to nail this dish like a pro. Let's jump in. First things first, let's prep the dried shrimp. Soak it in hot water for about 10 to 15 minutes. This helps it soften and gets rid of any dirt. Easy, right? Next up, grab your dried squid and measure it out. For the onion, peel it and cut it in half. Now, here's a little trick. Take a piece of aluminum foil, layer the dried squid, onion, and some shallots on top, then pop it all in the oven. Set it to 200 degrees Celsius, 400 degrees Fahrenheit, and let it roast for about 8 minutes. Moving on to the pork bones. Boil them in water for about 5 minutes, then drain and rinse with clean water. This little step gets rid of all the gunk and makes your broth super clean. Alright, now let's start building some flavor. Put a clean pot on the stove, fill it with fresh water, and toss in those pork bones. If you've got some pig trotters like I do, throw them in too for extra richness. Then add peeled and chopped white radish, the roasted dried squid, onion, and shallots. Finally, add the softened dried shrimp and a tablespoon of salt for seasoning. Once the water starts boiling, turn the heat down and let it simmer for about an hour. Don't forget to skim off any foam that comes to the surface. This keeps your broth nice and clear. After an hour, remove the radish, onion, and shallots. If the broth has reduced too much, add a bit of boiling water to bring it back up to its original level. Now, it's time to season. Add 1/2 tablespoon of salt, 1 tablespoon of rock sugar, and 2 tablespoons of fish sauce. Give it a quick taste and adjust it to your liking. Done! The broth is ready. Easy, right? For the minced pork, just saute it with a little cooking oil and season with 1/2 teaspoon of salt and 1/2 teaspoon of pepper. As for the squid, clean it thoroughly and slice it into nice round rings. Once it's prepped, cover it and pop it in the fridge to keep it fresh. If you're a fan of dry noodles, you'll love this sauce. Mix together 2 tablespoons of soy sauce, 1/2 tablespoon of dark soy sauce, 1/2 tablespoon of oyster sauce, 2 teaspoons of Chinese black vinegar, and 2 tablespoons of sugar. Add 150 milliliters of water and stir until everything's well blended. Mince some garlic and shallots and saute them in 3 tablespoons of hot oil until fragrant. Once they're golden, pour in your sauce mixture and simmer it on medium heat for 2 to 3 minutes. To thicken it, mix 1/2 tablespoon of cornstarch with 1 tablespoon of water, then stir it into the sauce. If you like a bit of extra aroma, add 1/2 tablespoon of sesame oil. Give it a good stir until the sauce thickens, and that's it. Your dry noodle sauce is ready. Alright, everything's prepped. Time to bring it all together. To keep things fresh, cook each serving separately. This way, your broth doesn't get reheated multiple times and lose its flavor. Start by blanching the rice noodles in boiling water until soft. Drain and place them on a plate. If you're making the dry version, drizzle on some of that amazing sauce, sprinkle with pepper, and add scallions. For the soup version, bring your broth back to a boil. Add the squid, minced pork, and any extra fresh shrimp if you've got it. Once the broth is boiling again, skim off any foam. Toss in scallions, coriander, and celery for extra flavor. Since I don't like raw greens, I cook them directly in the broth, but feel free to skip this step if you prefer. And here's a fun twist. Crack some quail eggs directly into the boiling broth for a little extra treat. Once everything's cooked and the broth is boiling again, it's ready to serve. Don't forget to taste and adjust the seasoning one last time. And there you have it, your very own bowl of squid noodle soup. Whether you like it dry or in soup form, it's going to be a hit. Thanks for cooking along with me today on Culinary Diary. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more delicious recipes. See you next time and happy cooking!